Your Excellency, sir, Chief Minister, Ministers designate, Deputy Ministers designate, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Pursuant to powers conferred on Your Excellency by the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act No. 6 of 1991, it pleased Your Excellency to appoint certain persons as ministers and deputy ministers whom Your Excellency found worthy of such trust in further fulfillment of the constitutional requirement. The said persons will be duly sworn into office. It now gives me great honor and privilege to invite the Secretary to Cabinet and Head of the Civil Service to perform the honors. Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, following Your Excellency's nomination of worthy Sierra Leoneans to serve as ministers and deputy ministers in Your Excellency's government, I now have the honor to inform you, sir, that after due diligence, Parliament constituted has approved these same persons to serve as minister and deputy minister as directed by Your Excellency. Now, therefore, in accordance with Section 57 of the Constitution of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Act No. 6 of 1991, which requires a minister or a deputy minister not to enter upon the duties of his or her office unless he or she has taken and subscribed to the oath as prescribed. I have the honor as Secretary to the Cabinet and Head of the Civil Service to present these distinguished compatriots to you, sir, to subscribe to the oath of the office as follows. Mr. Timothy Musa Kaba, as Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Mrs. Princess Betty Duba, as Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources. Dr. Sao Pato Anna Maxkine, as Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation. Major General retired David Taluva, as Minister of Internal Affairs. Mr. Alpha Ibrahim Sise, as Minister of Trade and Industry. Dr. Austin Inga Dembi, as Minister of Health. Mr. Jiwo Emmanuel Abdullahi, as Minister of the Environment and Climate Change. Mr. Amara Kalon, as Minister of Public Administration and Political Affairs. Mrs. Melrose A. Kamanti, as Minister of Social Welfare. Ambassador Tamba John Silvanos Lamina, as Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs. Mr. Cherino A. Ba, as Minister of Information and Civic Education. Mr. Julius Daniel Matai, as Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources. Madam Kenye Ballet, as Minister of Economic Planning and Development. Mr. Mohamed Rahman Soare, as Minister of Employment, Labor and Social Security. Mr. Conrad Saki, as Minister of Basic Education and Senior Secondary Education. Dr. Turad Senesi, as Minister of Lands and Country Planning. Dr. Aissata Mahoy, as Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs. Madam Salima Tuba Esquire, as Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation. Mrs. Augusta James Tamer, as Minister of Sports. Dr. Dennis Mwenina Sandi as Minister of Works and Public Assets. Ambassador Adekule Joliffe Milton King as Minister of the Western Region. Ambassador Umaru Bundu Ruri as Resident Minister Northwest. Mr. Gbese Jusu Gobe as Resident Minister East. Mr. Mohammed E.K. Ali as Resident Minister South. Mr. Abu Abdullahi Kuruma as Resident Minister North. Deputy Ministers. Engineer Francis Alpha Kalon as Deputy Minister of Water, Resources and Sanitation. Mr. Alpha Sise as Deputy Minister of Justice. Mr. Sajo Aziz Kamara as Deputy Minister of Higher and Technical Education. Madam Fatima Wuri as Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry. Mr. Philip Tetema Tondone as Deputy Minister of Public Administration and Political Affairs. Dr. Jalikatu Mustafa as Deputy Minister of Health 2. Mr. Keketo Masadi Esquire as Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education. Mr. Patrick M. Jibrila as Deputy Minister of Youth Affairs. I just observed that I skipped up one minister. I'm sorry about it, Mr. Minister. Alhaji Kanja ICC as Minister Energy. I'm sorry about it. So we now come to the oath ceremony, and for this purpose, I would respectfully request that we all rise. Unfortunately, we don't have enough Bibles and Quran to go round. So this is an affirmation for the rest of those who don't have Bibles and Quran. Just stretch our hands as affirmation. And we ask the ministers and deputy ministers designate the right hand. So repeat after me. I, your name, do hereby in the name of, solemnly affirm that I will faithfully and truly discharge the duties of the office of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and that I will support, uphold, and maintain the Constitution of Sierra Leone as by law established. So help me. Thank you. So I would now call on ministers designate to come forward and sign the warrant for HES. Mr. Timothy Musa Kapa. Mrs. Princess Betty Uba. Dr. Saupato Anna Stein. Major General retired David Tanuva. Mr. Alpha Ibrahim Sise. Dr. Austin Hingademi. Alhaji Kanja, ICC. Mr. Jiwo Emmanuel Abdullahi. Mrs. Melrose A. Gamanti. Ambassador Tomba John Silvanos Lamina. Mr. Cherno A. Ba. Mr. Julius Daniel Matai. Madame Kenya Bali. Mr. Mohammed Rahman Swari. Mr. Konrad Saki. Dr. Tuad Selesi. Madam Salamatu Ba Esquire. Mrs. Augusta James Taima. Dr. Dennis Wenina Sandi. Now the resident ministers. Ambassador Adekule Joliffe Milton King. Ambassador Umaru Bundu Buri. Mr. Yesi Jusu Mube. Mr. Mohammed E.K. Ali. Mr. Abu Abdullahi Kuruma. Finally, for today, the Deputy Ministers. Engineer Francis Alpha Calon. Mr. Alpha Sisi. Mr. Sajo Aziz Kamara. Madam Fatima Wuri. Mr. Philip Tetema Tondone. Dr. Jarikatu Mustafa. Mr. Keketoma Sadi Esquire.
X. 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 Patient. Super X. Super X.
Finally, for today, Mr. Patrick M. Jiwila.
Thank you very much, Secretary to Cabinet, for disposing of that key item on the agenda. Your Excellency, may I crave your further indulgence in inviting the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Dr. Sao Max Kine, to make a statement on behalf of the ministers.
Good morning, Your Excellency. Good morning, everyone present. Your Excellency, I first want to register my profound appreciation that I've been chosen amongst my colleagues to deliver a statement on their behalf. I believe that I would administer that task in the interest of all of us this morning. Let me, on their behalf, thank you for giving us this privilege to serve with you in the executive for the next 5 years. Your Excellency, this is a very interesting mix, but we want to also join the people of Sierra Leone to applaud you for giving us this kind of demographic to serve in the cabinet. Your Excellency, we are from the north, we're from the northwest, we're from the east, we're from the south, and we're from the western area. We're Muslims, we're Christians. Some of us are educators. Some of us have served in the public and civil service. Some of us are farmers and in different areas, in different walks of life. That tells you that this inclusiveness will definitely be able to impact on the delivery of the agenda which you have set for the next 5 years. And I want to say to my colleagues that we have the knowledge base to be able to deliver on that. Your Excellency, my colleagues have worked in different capacities and they have the knowledge and the experience, which is what we believe propels you to select us amongst a lot of qualified Sierra Leoneans to serve in this privileged position. We owe it to our families, we owe it to our communities, we owe it to the constituencies that we are representing, we owe it to the people of Sierra Leone to make sure that we deliver our services without favor, without any prejudices, to be able to support you as you go into your second term of delivery for this country. Your Excellency, we know that after a long period of politicking in the past months, putting together a cabinet is not an easy task. But because of the confidence that you have in us, and we equally have that confidence in you, we are looking forward to working with you, working with other colleagues, and of course our Chief Minister who will be driving the process, also from the side of all ministers, to make sure that we do good to the five that we have identified. Let us use this opportunity to say thank you. God bless all of us. And as we come into this role, we know we're ready to deliver. We know that whilst we are representing different constituencies, whilst we have different individual interests, the pivotal is Sierra Leone. How we serve this country, we deliver this country, making our individual interests secondary. That is what would make us, and I'm sure will make you proud as the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you all, and I pray that God bless us all as we deliver this Herculean task that have been given to us as ministers of government. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Minister. May it now please Your Excellency, most graciously, sir, to make a statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. The Secretary to Cabinet, the Chief Minister,